here's the poppy bed. So we started this year with radishes here, followed by lettuce, and now poppies. So I started these poppies in ice cube trays because I was thinking that it was too cold to sow them directly, or too warm to sow them in the soil, but I think they would have been fine. But they seem to be doing well because they're budding. We also have a zinnia and some basil. So let's go on here. This is Jamie's dahlia. It's called Cafe au Lait. It's grown in Ontario. And then around the dahlia, we have Genovese basil and then some mixed basil. So I have to smell them. The Persian or Siam basil. And then this one might be, that one might be the lemon basil. I can't tell because it's all wet from the rain. At the back of the fence, we have sweet and snap peas. And we had some mildew issues, so they look really shiny because I sprayed them with neem to try to control the mildew. And then we got some pepper plants from a lady in Caledonia. So we have 6 peppers growing in the garden, and we're starting to get, I don't think there's any fruit on that one, or this one yet, but they're tiny flowers still. This one we have a pepper, and I believe this was an orange bell, so we have a little time to wait for that to mature. The straw flowers are coming out back here. So this is an Ontario company. I got a seed from them. It's gonna be cool, it's exciting. Didn't look so good, but now that it's cooled off, it's looking a lot nicer. And behind it is a dahlia from the same Ontario company. It's gonna be an orange one. And then behind that we have a vining nasturtium that looks kind of cool because it's leaning over. And then along the fence here, we had some parsley peas, and now they're going to seed. They started to get quite bitter. You see how the pods are going yellow, so they might mature, but with all the rain they might not. And then down here is a teddy sunflower, so it's a miniature sunflower, but it has a lot of buds on there too, so we should have quite a few flowers. And then this one actually has produced quite a few peppers already. Look how big they're getting down here. So this is a red one. It's called Jimmy Sweet, so they'll go red. I think you can pick them with a little bit of green too. And then, funny, the 2 peppers in the pots aren't really producing fruit yet. They're still budding flowers, so I might organic fertilize these guys. This peony was awesome. I took some photos of it. It was kind of a pinkish magenta, is that what you'd say? And then I planted a bunch of basil, Genovese basil in pots here to take in the house, hopefully. And there's one behind you here, so I'll move that over. And then we planted a bunch of lettuce and Swiss chard, which has been doing good. Some of it's starting to bolt. They're getting kind of big and going up, so I've been harvesting them and picking them pretty hard, and the chard's done well. It's has a little bit of insect damage, but it's produced a lot. And then behind that is the sweet peas, and there's one right up here. Well, actually there's a few, yeah. It's good, they're still, oh good. I've been picking them too, so they're still producing. Oh good, and up there's a really pretty one with water on it. And then this bed, I'll move this over the way. These are cucumbers I'm starting in a tray, just in case my other ones don't survive. And this is my best flower. So these are tomatoes again from the Caledonia farm, Matchbox Farm. So they're doing pretty well. This one I missed some pruning. I think it was probably this one right here. Actually, I could probably cut that off still. So it has a ton of flowers. It's a cherry. I looked it up today. It is a cherry tomato. Another straw flower back there. And then I actually put, oh sorry. Look at all the flowers. Isn't that crazy? There's like tons of them. It's supposed to be a really prolific producer. And then this one, another couple straw flowers. So they'll open soon. And then behind them are some more poppies that I planted in the ice cube trays. So that'll be kind of cool. And then behind it are the tiger lilies from the farm, or they're actually, I think, day lilies, but they haven't bloomed. I'm hoping still. And then this is, you thought it was called a trumpet tree?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, trumpet.
Well, that's what he told me it was.
Oh, yeah. It's so cool. I'm hoping we'll see some hummingbirds, hey? That'd be cool. Oh, and then look at these guys.
They're doing great.
Yeah, this is pink Berkeley tie-dye tomato. Yeah, I trimmed it today, so there's missing some leaves there, so it gives it a little more room and air. Yeah, I've been trying to be on top of the pruning so we don't have crazy. So this is the kale. I haven't looked under here for a few days, so I don't know how it's gonna be. Hopefully good. It's probably should dry out. We had a lot of caterpillar cabbage moths flying around, so I was trying to protect them from the eggs and the caterpillars hatching. But this is a purple, it's called dazzling kale. I think dazzling blue kale. Anyway, looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I go in here every couple of days and just check if there's any holes and see that there's a caterpillar baby. I guess. Anyway, maybe I'll leave that on. Let it dry. And then this is one of my flower beds. So this one I was planting with the intention of having a cut and come again cut flower bed. So I've planted it more in an intensive mode as far as spacing wise, and yeah, and also I've been doing pinching, so I pinch out the centers so that they produce side branches. So these are zinnias here, and these are Chinese asters, or China asters, that's what they're called. More basil in pots, and then this is Jamie's birthday gift to me many years ago, and then now it's flowering again. It's a calla lily, and the leaves are transparent. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see the shade or not, but you see movement? No, not really. Eh? You can when the light's behind it. I can show you with this one maybe. Oh no, it doesn't work. I don't know, you might be able to see. Anyway, those white spots.
It did work. I could see your hand through it.
The spots are transparent, so
Yeah,
it's hard to hold with one hand. Anyway. So yeah, and these are my other, I have this bag of new here, but just ignore that. These are my other calla lilies. I'm gonna pick them in hopes that they'll keep flowering. They might be near the end. This one looks like it might be, but I did pick one more off of this one. And then over here
Are the skunks.
are the baby skunk family. I hope they don't come out. Oh, fireworks. This is another lettuce bed. And it's starting to come to an end. I picked a bunch of lettuce today for some friends and us, but I think it's just it's been here actually since the spring, so
Yeah, it's been long.
it's done a really And then these are more zinnias and the straw flower and the lemon bergamot. I'll take this off after, I think. And then these are carrots. And we had a couple today. They need a bit more time to mature, but so far they look good. There's no insect damage. And then this bed is a mix of lots of different things. So wow, that one looks really good, hey? The straw flower? Mm-hmm. Some of them looked a little bit funny. It's growing a lot. So I got a couple strawberries that survived my strawberry order, and there's more zinnias. And then these are some fingerling potatoes for French cooking. These are the red Malabar spinach, so we're just training them to climb up the pole. I love how they're getting these side shoots. I'm not really sure. What do you think I should do? I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to cut them off. I'll have to read about that. And yeah, so I've put zinnias pretty much everywhere. And this is Nadia Ruth, it's called. It's another dahlia, so it's supposed to be like a dinner plate giant size, pink and white one. And we got some parsley. Oh, and it's starting to bolt, actually. That's interesting.
The weird heat that you've been getting.
Yeah, I should maybe cut that back. I don't know if it'll go to seed. And then again, I was trying to balance the bed, so I put more potatoes on that side. And then I have a pretty unhappy cucumber between the two nasturtiums back there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it got chewed by the beetles, the cucumber beetles. And we have some buds, actually, one bud coming there. So hopefully the cucumber beetles are eating these too. And then we have more asters. And then beans. So I started these beans in those little plug trays just to get them going before my bed was ready. And yeah, so these ones here are bush beans, and then those are pole beans. And then this was a zinnia, but I'm gonna put another one there. And then over here is our mint bed. And we had a giant catnip there, but it had mildew, so I ripped it out. And Karma was not happy. And then this, oh, look at this.
Got a flower in there?
Well, multiple, that's cool. Yeah, it's been kind of producing flowers and not really fruit, so hopefully we actually get some. This whole area has been infested with these guys. The cucumber beetle right there.
Where is it? Oh.
Right there. So they eat holes in the leaves and eat the flowers, and they can spread a disease called verticillum wilt, which can kill the whole plant. Yeah, so this bed's been kind of a bit of work for the $50 each cucumber, but it's for fun. So these are all melons. These are cantaloupes, which I hope we get a few. Yeah, they're out, but they're really easy to catch when it's raining because they're wet. So, oh wow, there's all kinds of pollinators out there. That's cool. And then those are, trying to remember the name of those. Early fortune cucumbers. We grew them last year, but we had some beetles, but not as many as this year. But
it's a new bed too.
Yeah, I also just pruned these. So maybe now we'll have less because there's less flowers to attract them. But there is a lot of flowers, hey?
Yeah.
So hopefully the pollinators will get that before the beetles do. Actually, where is it? There's one, I didn't prune too hard on this one because there's actually a few cucumbers. There's one there coming out. I don't know if you can see that. There's a couple actually oh yeah, and one there too. So we got a few cucumbers. Yeah, but they're looking better, I guess. I think. We'll see. I got a weed. And then over here we have see these squash. I don't know. There was a couple that came and then they actually started to go black. So I don't know. I heard that if there isn't a good pollination, they can do that, and then they don't actually mature, but they start to form fruit. So maybe it was a pollination issue, or it could have been something called blossom end rot too. And then here we have another one of these. Wow. And this one I planted way later than those ones, and it's pretty much the same height.
Yeah, it's just taken off.
I love the stem.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, thick it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't resist when I saw that stem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, it's so alive. I wonder if you can eat the stem. I won't. And then we have a few more tomatoes over here. They look a little wet, but yeah, there's actually fruit on this side. There's some fruits you can see. It's interesting to see the different varieties, hey, and how some produce a lot. But I mean, it could be all kinds of things. I tried to do the soil the same for the ones in the pods and stuff. But bye. Thanks for coming.